Here with head track and field coach Mike Heimerman. The Lady Demons produced two national qualifiers, Jasmine Steels in the long jump, Reagan Darbon in the pole vault. Coach, you guys will head out Monday to go down to Austin, and I guess it's a little different feel. Number one, it's in Austin as opposed to having to go halfway across the country. Good thing, bad thing for you guys to be this close to home?
A little bit of both. It'll be nice that one family members for both Jasmine and Reagan will be there to be able to watch and afford to come watch. I'm not saying that they wouldn't go out to Oregon, but that'd probably be a little bit more pricey trip for them. Great, it's close for us, so easy travel, same weather, so it'll be a lot of the same venue that Jasmine's competed there, Reagan has not. But it'll be a lot of similarities to what we are today or what we are used to competing in. Bad drawback, I guess, would be not getting to travel out to Oregon. I mean, Oregon is a special place, and we don't ever get to travel out there unless it's the national championships. So that'd be the only drawback, is neither one of these girls have got to compete at Oregon.
Well, you get to stay in the same time zone, too, so the body clock should stay the same. There's no getting used to going to Pacific time.
That's another one. I mean, it's very true. I mean, when you can stay in the same time zone, it makes it very, very nice. So that is a luxury right now.
You mentioned Jasmine already having competed at Texas. That's always a special place, whether it's the Texas Relays or now the National Championship. How much does that help her kind of get used to it, having been there, done that in that arena?
Well, it's always nice to go to the venue and compete at least compete, maybe at least practice at the venue that you're going to compete at. So, it helps her. She knows she's jumped far there. She won the Texas Relay. She jumped over 21 feet. So, she's had some success there, and she's very familiar with it. Reagan, since she didn't qualify for Texas Relays this year or last year, that's why we're going over on Monday, so she can get a great vaulting practice in on Tuesday, is that, the vaulting pits are really close to the stands. They're right next to the stands. So, she's got to get used to that. So that's why we're taking over there a day early to get a practice session and try to get used to that, because that might throw her off. But then, with Reagan, she's just going to kind of grab the pole and go.
Same thing, kind of another arena Jasmine's used to. She obviously won the NCAA Indoor Championships back in back in early March, rather. That's got to give her a lot of confidence and a lot of just familiarity with how a national event a national meet works. And again, to probably look at a lot of the same competitors and know that she's competed well against them, and in the biggest meet so far of her life, beat them.
Correct. NCAA's is ran a lot different from most of the other meets we go to. They're very, very strict. They have a lot of guidelines. So, they get ran a little different on how they're processed. So she will be used to that a little bit, and that'll be something new for Reagan. But vault's a little bit different anyway, because they take over an hour to warm up for the vault with all the different run-throughs and whatnot. So it'll be a good, Jasmine's been there, done that. So it'll kind of be a thing for her. Same thing, what she's used to. And Reagan, it'll be something new. But for Jasmine, she's competed against every one of these girls, either at the indoor national meet, through some of the meets we went through this year, and at the regional meet. So she's familiar with all of them, and she knows she can beat any of them, of course. But you just got to go out there that day and compete to your fullest and see what happens then.
You mentioned it being a little different for vaulters. I think you've got to be a little bit crazy to do the pole vault anyway, correct? So this should be no problem.
I can tell you right now, I couldn't do it physically. One, I don't know if I'd be mentally tough enough for that. It's got to be crazy. Anytime you're going to be sprinting down a runway, planting a pole on the ground, and then letting it sling you over another bar in the air, now that's crazy. But I guess it's a good type of crazy. But Reagan's done a very, very good job, and she's going to have a bright future in this.
One thing that hasn't been crazy has been the amount of success you guys have had throughout the years. Last year, obviously, sending a record number of athletes to the national meet. Of course, a lot of that was because it was a relay team, and sprints were really kind of the focus the last couple of years in terms of being very high national level competitors. This year, you go into the field events. You've got a couple of jumpers. Does that kind of signify just how well-rounded this program is?
Well, associate head coach Adam Pennington and my assistant coach with jumps, Tyron Stewart, we've done a really good job in recruiting and having a well-balanced team. This year we were really close to having that same amount of sprinters out there. I mean, really, really close. One little injury away, and I think we'd have one of the fastest guys in the country out there. And then that relay would have been a slam dunk instead of being the first team out. But, we're a very diverse team here, and, we're growing each year, because this is only the fourth year that Coach Pennington's been here, and this was finished in the third year for Tyron. So, each one of those coaches are still growing, and we're bringing in a better recruiting class each year. So it'll hopefully only get better and better. But, for this program to do what we've done, it's just it's kind of a shout out to the assistant coaches and the athletes coming in here, buying into what we preach, and just going out there and doing it day in and day out.
I think when you look at Jasmine, the leaps and bounds, no pun intended, she's made since the start of the season. I think it's probably about the same for Reagan, kind of both on the same trajectory.
Oh yeah, I mean Reagan's almost, I think, over a foot higher from her school record last year, if not more. So I think she can break the 14-foot range. So that'll be a foot and a half over her school record last year, and that's huge. And then for, I think Jasmine was high 20 feet last year, and now to be mid 21. I mean, anytime you start getting up into a certain range for any athlete in track and field, any improvement after a certain plateau it gets very, very hard, and they're both in those ranges, because 14 feet is kind of a magical number in the vault, and then 21 feet, if you're a female jumping over 21, that's a magical number there. And I think both of them can eclipse those numbers. I think Jasmine I think she can go 22 feet. Will it happen this year? Maybe not, but not trying to put pressure on her for next year. That's something that I think that young lady can do, and she's really bought into what Coach Stewart has brought to the table here for Northwestern State, and she's been clicking ever since. So Reagan's really bought into what Coach Pennington's done with the vault. In her short time here, just only her sophomore year, second year, and to have a good opportunity to break 14 feet this year, it's very impressive. So hats off to those two coaches, but yet those two young ladies for buying in and doing what they're supposed to be doing.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.